Listen carefully, because what you're about to understand will completely change how you see reality. Gravity is the one force you think you understand, but in truth, it might be the most misunderstood force in the entire universe. Right now, as you sit there watching this video, gravity is silently controlling everything around you without making a sound. It is holding you to the ground, keeping the air around you in place, and making sure your world doesn't drift into chaos. It feels simple, predictable, and almost boring, like something you learned as a child and never questioned again. You drop something, it falls, you jump, you come back down, and everything behaves exactly as expected. But what if this simplicity is just an illusion, hiding something far more complex and terrifying underneath? What if gravity is not what we think it is, but something far deeper that we have only barely begun to understand? Because the truth is, gravity is not just a force pulling you downward like an invisible rope. According to Einstein, gravity is actually the bending of space and time itself around massive objects. Imagine space not as empty nothingness, but as a fabric that can stretch, bend, and curve under pressure. When a massive object like Earth sits in this fabric, it creates a curve that everything else follows naturally. So when you fall to the ground, you are not being pulled down, you are simply following the curve of space itself. That means every movement you make is actually guided by the shape of the universe around you. This idea completely changed physics, but even this revolutionary theory is still incomplete. Because when scientists try to explain gravity at the smallest scales, everything starts to fall apart. At the quantum level, where particles behave in strange and unpredictable ways, gravity refuses to cooperate. Every other force in the universe fits into quantum theory, but gravity does not. It refuses to be described in the same way, as if it belongs to a completely different system. This has led scientists to one of the biggest problems in physics: the search for quantum gravity, a theory that can finally explain gravity at every scale, from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies. But despite decades of effort, we still do not have a complete answer. Gravity remains the missing piece in our understanding of reality, and this is where things start to get even more disturbing. There are places in the universe where gravity becomes so extreme that it completely breaks the laws of physics. Black holes are the most terrifying example of this phenomenon. These are regions where gravity becomes so strong that not even light can escape from them. Anything that crosses the boundary, known as the event horizon, is lost forever. No signal can come back. No information can escape. It is the ultimate point of no return. As you approach a black hole, gravity begins to stretch you in a process known as spaghettification. Your body would be pulled apart atom by atom, stretched into a thin stream of matter. This is not science fiction. This is real physics happening in the universe right now. But what makes black holes even more mysterious is the problem of information. According to the laws of physics, information can never truly be destroyed. Yet black holes seem to do exactly that, erasing everything that falls into them. This contradiction has confused scientists for decades and remains unsolved. Now step back and look at the universe on a much larger scale. Gravity is not just controlling objects, it is shaping the entire structure of the cosmos. Galaxies, stars, and planets all exist because gravity holds them together. Without gravity, the universe would simply fall apart into chaos. But when scientists studied galaxies, they discovered something strange. There was not enough visible matter to create the gravitational forces they observed. Galaxies should have been tearing themselves apart, but they were not. Something invisible was providing extra gravity, holding everything together. This mysterious substance is known as dark matter. We cannot see it, we cannot touch it, but we know it exists because of gravity. It makes up most of the matter in the universe, far more than everything we can observe. That means everything you see is just a small fraction of reality. The majority of the universe is completely hidden from us, and we only know it exists because of its gravitational effects. But the story does not end there, because something even stranger is happening. The universe is not just expanding, it is accelerating as it expands. Galaxies are moving away from each other faster over time. Something is pushing the universe outward against gravity itself. This force is called dark energy, and it is even more mysterious than dark matter. We do not know what it is, where it comes from, or how it works. yet it controls the ultimate fate of the universe. So now we have gravity, dark matter, and dark energy, three major forces shaping reality, and we barely understand any of them. Now think about your own experience with gravity. Why do you feel weight when you stand on the ground? It is not just gravity pulling you down, it is the ground pushing back up against you. Without that resistance, you would feel completely weightless. Astronauts in space are constantly falling toward Earth, but they never hit it. That is why they appear to float, even though gravity is still acting on them. They are in a continuous state of free fall. Gravity never disappears. It only changes in strength depending on distance. Even in the emptiest parts of space, gravity still exists. It is always there, shaping motion and influencing everything. And here is something that might surprise you even more. Gravity does not act instantly across the universe. It travels at the speed of light. If the sun were to suddenly disappear, Earth would continue orbiting for several minutes, because the change in gravity would take time to reach us. This means gravity behaves more like a wave than a simple force. In fact, we have detected ripples in space-time, known as gravitational waves. These waves are created when massive objects like black holes collide. They travel across the universe, stretching and compressing space as they pass. For billions of years, we had no idea they existed, until we finally detected them using incredibly sensitive instruments. This discovery confirmed that space-time itself can move and vibrate. And yet, even with all this knowledge, we still do not fully understand gravity. We can describe it, measure it, and predict its effects with great accuracy, but we do not know what it truly is at its core. Some scientists believe gravity may not even be a fundamental force. It could be something that emerges from deeper laws we have not yet discovered. This means our entire understanding of physics could be incomplete. There could be hidden dimensions or unknown principles waiting to be revealed, and gravity might be the key to unlocking those secrets. So the next time you see something fall to the ground, remember this. You are not just witnessing a simple force. You are seeing one of the greatest mysteries of the universe in action. A force that shapes galaxies, bends time, and controls the fate of everything. And despite everything we have learned, it still remains one of the biggest unanswered questions in science.